Welcome back to another episode of Open Discussion. I am Dr. Know-It-All with a PhD in everything. We're here with my special guest, the Synopsis, who seem to be having some intimacy issues. So we're going to discuss those issues with them here abroad. How are you all doing?
Great. Thanks for having us.
All right. So you had already spoken to me about certain issues. So why don't we go ahead and lay the biggest issue out on the table right now?
As you know, I mentioned before, ever since Snowball passed away, we just haven't had that intimacy connection that we had before.
I think this happened way before Snowball.
Oh, okay. So were you intimate prior to the dog's death?
Well, I mean,
Never.
but things got worse after Snowball. So I would like to say that maybe that's part of it, and that maybe I'm not haven't been neglectful.
Okay.
I think he likes to make excuses.
Okay, so is there something else going on, deep-seated?
I have a lot going on. My attention's pulled in a lot of different areas, and sometimes when I come home, I'm tired, and I just want to eat and fall asleep.
He works 60 hours a week.
And what is your title again?
I'm a graphic designer, but I primarily like to work outside of home because it's hard for me to concentrate at home.
60 hours a week.
Yeah, and some overnights, sometimes. But I'm usually good about calling or texting when I'm having the overnights.
It can take him an hour to respond to one text.
Well, when I'm in a project, sometimes I'm really deep in that project, and sometimes I'm in over my head, and it's hard to pull out of that.
Are there any additional health issues that you're not coming forward with?
No, that's it. I just have my hands full.
Ask him about his work partner.
And who might that be?
She is female, and I know that's been a problem before because there was an incident that happened that it wasn't exactly how she thinks, but so
I've seen the text.
We have a little bit of a history, but we work really well together. So it's really, and good help is really hard to find. So sometimes we have several hours alone working side by side.
Good morning and welcome to Chatting with Christina. I am here with Mary and Ben Donovan, who have just won the lottery and have agreed to talk with me this morning. Tell me, Ben, how does it feel to be millionaires?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm just excited. I can't wait to buy my new bass fishing boat. Yeah.
Has Mary agreed to this?
We can get it.
If we can get it.
Yeah.
Tell me,
That's
who
all I
bought the
get,
winning
though.
ticket?
You know, I've never really been for the tickets and all, but she begged, and a happy wife.
Happy life.
life.
You
I
got
saved
it.
up to buy that ticket too. I
Oh
was
my
so
goodness.
excited.
You saved up to buy the ticket. How
did.
much was the ticket?
It was $2.
Yeah.
$2.
Jeez.
Times are hard these days, aren't they? Yeah.
Yes.
So tell me, after taxes, how much will you bring home?
I think like $3.5 million.
Oh my goodness.
We're
And
millionaires.
you are millionaires. I'm so happy for you.
See, she even got her nails done on the way here.
Oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. I think you should get her a ring or two.
Or two.
Or
I'll
three
get her the whole
even.
get up, necklace, some pearls, and some diamonds on the earrings.
Yeah. And
we're moving on up in the world.
yes, you are. Have you thought about going to school?
Oh, we don't need that. We're millionaires. We need school for.
What? What do they do with that?
Oh, well, the education? Well, for one, you'd learn how to manage your money. You'd learn how to make
I
sure
think we
nobody
got-
takes your.
We got it. We're
you
gonna
got
buy
it?
the rings. He just said, and I think we'll do all right.
And
Do
my
you have
bass boat.
kids?
Oh yeah.
And your bass boat. Do you have children?
Well,
Well,
We have about 3.5 million children.
those are gonna be our babies.
Well,
Well,
thank
we,
you.
we have a couple dogs too, but yeah, babies, we just like the money.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for agreeing to talk with me today. I'm really excited for what you're going to be able to do with that money, and we will see you soon.
Hello and welcome again on our next installment of Strange Things with Christopher. Today we have Chris and Chris, and they've been telling me a UFO has landed in their yard, in their farm, excuse me, right? Can y'all tell us a little bit about this UFO landing in your yard?
Yeah, well, I was in the kitchen, and it was in the evening, and I was just finishing up, and then all of a sudden I saw this glow outside, and it was, I don't know, just a weird color. I've never seen it. And so I just started hollering. I said, Chris, what is this? What is this?
And I was in my room, and I was playing video games, and I was like, what is my mom calling me for? And so I look out my window, and I just see this green light, and it would just flash, and it would just land in the yard, and I was just.
I imagine that can be a pretty strange thing.
No,
Yeah,
it was crazy.
It's crazy. I'm just like shaking from it, and he started running out the door after it, and
I
I was like going.
I wanted to see what it was.
I was going, no, no.
Oh, I can absolutely
If
imagine.
If something
Yeah,
landed in
I
your
might even
backyard.
be scared. I might, wet my britches or something.
Well, and then as you started watching it, the light just started lifting up. So we knew it wasn't like, a meteor or something like that because it started lifting. I don't know what it was. So that's why we're coming to you, because people don't believe us.
Interesting. Well, I certainly believe you. I remember when I was a kid, same thing happened to me. So
Really?
yeah, I'm feeling you. Yeah, so I had a UFO. So what'd y'all do immediately? Y'all call the police? Call your family?
Well, like she said, I wanted to go see what it was because I'm just an adventurous.
Yeah, so he started running out after it, and I just grabbed the phone and just started calling help. I just doing 911. I didn't know what to do.
All right, well, that's good to go. So I guess we'll see you next time.
Hello, welcome to Late Nights with Lauren. Today I'm with Tanya and Godfrey, and we'll be talking about the benefits and disadvantages of eating out or cooking at home. So what are the first steps of advice that you would give someone who is maybe eating out too much?
Well, I don't think some men like somebody that eat out too much. I think it has a lot of disadvantage and advantage. The advantage is that your refrigerator stays clean. The dishes are not being used. You spend a lot of money. But the advantage is you cook for the kids, they eat their mother's finger or their daddy's finger. You got food at home all the time. Everybody could eat as much as they would because you spend a little amount of money to buy food that you bring at home. You could prepare fruits for them, any kind of fruit, salad and stuff like that,
Nice and fresh.
Oh yes, nice and fresh.
And what's your opinion on that?
I love to cook at home rather than go out. It's nice and relaxing to go out and eat occasionally, but I like to cook at home. This way, go to the store, get fresh vegetables and different things like that.
And I think in this society we're so fast-paced that some people don't slow down enough to actually sit down and cook a meal, but it's a lot more personal and intimate, and you don't have so much of the craziness around you. Would you agree?
Yes, I agree. But I guess you gotta think about the up and down on it. As a man, I would like to have somebody that knows how to cook. See my children learn how to cook. In that way they could marry a very good husband,
Yes. Well, thank you for joining me. This has been Late Nights with Lauren. Everyone have a good night.
Welcome to Live at 5. We're so glad you've joined us. We've got two great guests, and I just can't wait till you meet them. We've got Coach Merritt and Randy. Just wait till you hear their stories. Well, Coach, start with you. Tell us about your two award-winning students.
My name is Coach Merritt. I coach at a local high school here in Nashville, and my program was started to help a lot of these kids get into college and make those dreams happen.
Right.
Nashville's had world-class talent for a long period of time, and unfortunately, a lot of past players haven't gotten real opportunities.
Right.
So on my summer league team this past summer, I had 3 kids between the age of 17 and 19, all which were either just graduated high school or freshmen in college, throwing between 90 and 96 miles an hour.
Wow.
They also had the GPAs and ACT scores required to play collegiate ball. So 2 received full academic scholarships.
That's
One
great.
went to Belmont and one at Alabama A&M.
Well, and they couldn't do it without the help of Randy.
Absolutely.
I know he's really helped you. Thank you for reaching out.
It's the thing I like to do.
That's great.
So really, you know, since we're being honest about this stuff, this guy over here, he's a great coach.
He is. That's
And
what
it's
I
my
understand.
job to give these guys, you know, some moolah. I give them some money here, give them
That's
some
right.
money there. We get them into the school.
That's great.
Once they're into college, we find somebody to tutor them.
I gotcha.
They get great grades. They get these great grades, and sometimes they're in class, sometimes they're not, but they're being tutored.
Yeah.
They all get A's on tests,
That's
and
good.
the college gives me money to get that done.
That's great. Well, I tell you what, next time, I'd like you guys to come back and visit. We're going to hear about your history, Coach, about how you were picked up as
Absolutely.
a baseball player.
Absolutely.
So tune in again next week, and we're going to bring these coaches back and the money guy, and I hope you join us again.
So we'll start with you.
I have a 55-gallon freshwater aquarium full of fish. I think I am up to 32 fish in the tank now.
Wow.
And one that I have had since I was 11 years old. He is a plecostomus from the catfish variety of fish. So those are the pets in my house.
Well, I don't have any pets currently. My daughter wants a dog, hasn't made a decision on what dog she wants, but I'm a dog walker occasionally for elderly people in my neighborhood. I just tell them, shoot me a text, and I walk their dog for them. Recently, I dog sit this little Yorkie. His name is Bruno, and he's adorable, but he's like a little child.
Okay, well, that's great. So you have fish, and if you do get a dog, what kind of dog are you thinking about getting?
I don't know. I would leave that up to my daughter because got to make her happy.
All right, well, thank you, and we'll visit this at another time.
Welcome to Awkward Talks with Randy, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. Instead of me choosing the topics, we have our guests choosing the topics, and we're sitting here with Christina with a K and D. And Dee said, let's talk about Coming to America, Eddie Murphy movie. So guys,
Yes.
we're going to start with you, Christina.
Yes.
What's your favorite thing about Coming to America?
My favorite thing about Coming to America was the country of Zamunda. It was so beautifully ornate and made me want to be royalty.
Ah. Well, we all are royalty, right? Anyway, on the inside.
Yes.
So, Dee, tell us your real name so everybody could know it.
My name is Donzale.
Donzale. Okay, so Donzale, what's your favorite thing about Coming to America?
Well, my favorite part in the movie was where the father turns to his son and he's like, "Let them wait. I'm talking to my son." I loved how he took charge and made sure that he got his point across.
Great, so I have a question for you, for both of you. What incredibly famous actor got his start in that movie with a tiny, tiny little bit part?
Was it Arsenio Hall?
Nope, Arsenio Hall was already well known.
Oh, with the late night talk show.
Correct.
Was it a male or a female?
A male. I'll give you a clue. He came in and he tried to hold the store up, hold up the restaurant up.
Eric LaSalle?
Nope.
I don't know his name, but
You do know his name
the
once
Jerry
I
curl
say it.
dude
That's
was so
Eric.
close.
That's Eric LaSalle,
I
right?
don't know his name. I don't know.
But that wasn't him.
No, it was Samuel L. Jackson.
No. Now you got to go back and watch
Sure
it.
did. Sure did.
And that's it for today, folks. Come on back, same time tomorrow.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth, and welcome to my spooky talk show. Today I have two guests with me. Would you please introduce yourselves?
My name is Ginger Oguno.
Hello, my name is Casey.
and we are going to talk about all things spooky, creepy, paranormal, alien, and thereon. Would you like to start, Casey?
Sure. I'll start. Yeah. I was abducted by aliens at least 5 times so far in my life.
5 times?
5 times, yeah. The first time was when I was a teenager. I had just gotten my own car, and I was driving out on country roads. Just, not sure I should say what I was doing. But anyways, so I saw a UFO, and I stopped my car, and I got out because I wanted to take a picture. And sure enough, I was beamed directly into their ship. And it's completely true what they say about probing.
Wow. Okay, so some fire in the sky happening here in Tennessee. Miss Ginger, have you ever had any experiences of the unknown?
Yeah. I don't know what happens when I go to sleep at night, but these strange things, I mean, I'm a straight-laced girl, but the things that they tell me that I've done, the sexual things, the weird things that I eat, I don't understand it, but it's true because they took pictures of me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, photographic evidence that strange things do happen.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us for today. We will continue this conversation on our next episode. My name is Elizabeth, and thank you for joining Spooky Things.
Hi, thank you for joining Single in the Ville. I'm Donzale DeVille, and we have 2 of Nashville's most eligible bachelors. We've got Ebony and Ivory here. We want to hear what's juicy in the Ville. So, fellas, let me know. How do you approach a woman? What do? Do you buy a drink? What's your method?
I throw rocks at her.
Throw rocks? And how do they respond?
They usually run away.
Is that working for you?
I think so.
All right, well, that seems to be a weird approach. However, if it works for you, works for me. For you, how long does it take to get some chemistry going? How do you feel it?
Usually I just pick up the rocks and then I give them as a gift.
He's nicer than me. I just throw them.
He throws them. I'm just a lot nicer.
I'm not sure if that is quite effective. However, again, do you. So, Ebony, tell me, how often do you date? Do you go out every weekend?
Well, if I get permission from my mom first, so yeah.
You need permission.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And Ivory, for you?
Usually I just do what I want.
Yeah, he's more of the bad boy.
Well, I tell you what, we definitely want to have you on next week, but we want to hear more. We want you to not throw rocks. We want to hear about how you can caress and be nice to females, okay?
See, the thing about love and tenderness is that you got to be tender. That's what these boys
I can download Tinder.
Oh. We'll have you on next week. Thank you so much for coming to Nashville Single in the Ville. I'm Donzale DeVille.
Welcome to the G-Spot, Ginger Talks. I am so happy to have you here today. Let me tell you, though, we've got some strange things going on with our college students. And we have little Tamisha Hilfiger, to tell us some of the things she's doing. We also have Mr. Godfrey from the University of Who Knows What to tell us some of the things he's seen happening at the university. Tell us, Tamisha, what kind of things have you been doing that people consider strange?
Well, I think the real question is, what is strange? I mean, something that can be normal for one person can be strange for another. If I had to think of something that would be strange to humankind, it might be our tie-dye classes that we have for strange wildlife. We go into the forest sometimes and try to find animals that look like they need some creative outlet, some creative spark, and we bring them in and help them access that part of themselves.
So you have animals doing tie-dye. Are you tie-dyeing the animals?
Yes. Well, we give them some options. We give them we give them clothing or we can do fur, different fur colorings. It really varies depending on the animal.
Oh, my.
Like squirrels tend to have lots of fur tie-dyes, but then bears and coyotes, stuff like that.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but Mr. Godfrey, tell us some of the things you've seen at the university. I think we've only got 30 seconds left.
Well, you can't believe what the kids do with animals. The way they dress dogs, dress snakes, put a hat on snakes. It's unbelievable.
Oh,
They cannot
my.
pet
Snakes
them,
love
inspect
that.
them.
Oh, my. Well, and I heard one story about a young lady who actually has her mom come into the school to do all kind of weird things with her friends. So I tell you, this is what's going on in colleges and universities today. Strange, bizarre things. Please join us next time for the original G-Spot Ginger Talks. Thank you.